Hey folks, I just wanted to follow up on how to make a lesson. Remember, the most important part about making a lesson is the planning that goes in beforehand. I went on ahead and brainstormed and narrowed down my topic to the Addle Addle. I made an outline which will basically carry over into my lesson sections. The title of my lesson is Paleolithic Marvels, The Rise and Fall of the Addle Addle. I've got 5 distinct pieces within my outline, the introduction, all the way up to the resources. And so I'm going to use that same outline for my lesson sections. And how do I do that? I will go to my left-hand navigation, click on the word lessons, and I can either add a lesson within the left-hand navigation or I can go into the body of the Epsilon platform and click on add a new lesson. I'm going to use the lesson wizard, which is a 4-step process. It's the easiest way to make a lesson. The first step of the 4-step process is just simply a description of what you're going to be going through. Press continue. This is where you're going to actually give the title of your lesson, Paleolithic Marvels, The Rise and Fall of the Addle Addle. Notice there's a red asterisk, so it has to be filled in, that field. You can start your lesson at any particular time. You can manipulate the date there. You can hide the lesson from other folks, which, because I'm just simply doing a quick tutorial, I'm going to do that. You can create an announcement for the lesson, so to tell everybody, ta-da, I finished the lesson, it's up. We're not ready for that yet. This part is called the WYSIWYG editor. It has a whole bunch of icons that you may be familiar with, cutting and pasting and copying, some undo and redo, some erasing. This link is for inserting hyperlinks, images, files, YouTube, and we're going to explore all those later on. But here is my introduction. And I'm just going to make this as easy as possible. This is where we tell people what they're going to learn. I'm going to say continue. And now here's my first session. You see here I have my lesson title, and so here's the second section. I already did my introduction, so here's my second section, which is Stone Tool Basics. I'm going to add a keyword because there is an asterisk there. In the sections, you can add content from the New York Times Knowledge Network repository. We do have some videos on how to navigate through that, but right now we're just building a skeleton model of our lesson. Also available in the sections maker is some more additional materials or additional resources that you can add to each individual section. If you have a list of documents or files that you want to add to a particular section because they pertain to it, you can do so, or a particular file like an Excel spreadsheet or a URL address that's necessary. You can even put a calendar entry on when that particular section needs to be done. I'm not going to do that for now, so I'm going to go ahead and save the section I created. And because my outline had 5 sections, I so far have 2 sections taken care of. Remember the introduction piece that I did, plus here's my second one. I can add another section for my third section of the lesson, which is called the Science of the Addle Addle. Again, I need to put in some keywords. I could add knowledge network stuff, my WYSIWYG editor, and of course my additional materials piece. Always remember to save the section. If you were done and that were it, and those were the only sections I needed to fill in, I could simply press continue. Or let's say I wanted to edit a section. So here's my Stone Tool Basics. Maybe I wanted to say Stone Tools 101, change the title to it. I could do that, but I also make sure that I update the section. I can press continue and I'll see all my sections. There's my introduction, remember? Here's my second section. Here's my third section. Remember, I have 2 more sections that I'll need to put in, so I can always go back and edit the lesson and add more sections. But for now, I'm just going to finish, and there's my lesson. You'll see that it's also hidden and when I started it, and I can always go back to either delete it, which not right now, or edit it, maybe later. That's it, folks.